Good evening and thank you for joining us on this first ever episode of IPR News. I'm John Webb. The Latah County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting that left a Julietta man with a gunshot wound to the leg. Deputies responded to a report of a shooting victim in Kendrick around 9 o'clock Tuesday night. The 48-year-old man was taken to St. Joseph's Regional Medical Center in Lewiston with what's believed to be non-life-threatening injuries. The victim has provided limited information to deputies. Detectives are still trying to determine where the shooting occurred. The sheriff's office says this case doesn't represent a threat to the general public, believing that the shooting is not a random act of violence. A 29-year-old Beauville man has been charged with felony drunk driving manslaughter for allegedly causing an ATV crash that killed a 27-year-old Beauville man last fall. The fatal crash occurred on Forks Road outside Deary during the early morning hours of September 25th. According to court documents, Tyler Bear crashed the side-by-side, killing his passenger Nolan Meese. Idaho State Police say that a blood draw from Bear's blood alcohol level was .169 shortly after the crash. The results also found marijuana in Bear's system. Bear has been charged with the manslaughter count and felony DUI after having previous drunk driving convictions from 2018 and 2015. Bear made his first court appearance in Moscow on Monday. He's set to be back in court in early March. Latah County Treasurer B.J. Swanson has announced that she's running for re-election this year. Swanson was first elected to the post 4 years ago. Before being elected treasurer, Swanson was a commercial bank vice president with over 30 years of experience in financial management. The Democrat is a lifelong resident of Latah County and lives outside Troy with her spouse, Cliff Swanson. The Idaho Science and Technology Policy Fellowship recently received close to a $483,000 multi-year grant. The Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation grant will broaden the scope of the fellowship. The nonpartisan program places scientists, social scientists, and engineers in state government. They learn about policymaking while using their knowledge and skills to address pressing challenges facing Idaho. The University of Idaho Free Joint Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Clinic is now open. IRS certified volunteers will help taxpayers who earn less than $57,000 a year and have relatively simple tax documents. Email law-vita@uidaho.edu to request an appointment. In state news tonight, Idaho lawmakers have introduced a bill that would allow the legislature to intervene if anyone sues the state over its laws. The state has been sued several times in the past after lawmakers passed laws that were found to be unconstitutional. Idaho has been on the losing end of lawsuits over issues like abortion restrictions and laws targeting transgender residents, costing taxpayers millions of dollars. The bill will need to pass the Senate Judiciary and Rules Committee before making it to the floor. A bill that would stop any government entity from issuing a mask mandate passed an Idaho Legislative Committee. This bill would also stop local school boards from mandating masks. Last year, a similar ban also made it out of the House State Affairs Committee, but failed to win the support of the full legislature. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare says that at least close to 4,500 residents have died of COVID-related issues. That's IPR News for tonight. I'm John Webb. We'll be back next week with the next edition. Have a great weekend.